clips as I could. And
all right, we're back, and Nick is back too.
Hello.
TGX is still here. I've been here for the entire time.
Exo, the only person I know who uses end slides for streams. Well, Game and Tank, when I upload it to YouTube, it will actually be a true end slide.
There's just something I want to ask, Mike. I'm not going to be here long because it's getting late and I gotta get to bed as is. But I'm going to try to render this just before. So anyway, I'm just wondering, would you recommend that I render at 60 frames per second or 30?
What was the footage recorded in?
I unfortunately do not know. The only reason I ask is because I didn't know if maybe that was why some of the clips sped up, and now I'm thinking, no, it's just...
Well, what frame rate is your... Okay, so I don't think it would affect it, is my personal diagnosis. But right-click on your footage and go to Properties for me. Sorry, folks, I'm doing tech support during the stream.
Dr. Xander is in-house.
Dr. Xander is here, I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Let's see, okay.
Hello, you've reached ExoParadigmGamer tech support. How can I help you?
Oh, apparently it was always recorded at 30 frames per second. Alright, I'll record it that way.
Yeah.
You know, I was really surprised. I thought leaving it in like twice as many frames would make the file twice as big and take twice as long to render, but no, it's barely needed it.
That's because... Wait, did you render it something at 60 recently?
Yeah, I tried it. I'd always done it in like 30 up until now. But
yeah, so you should never render something in 60 unless if the footage is in 60. Because it's not going to make a difference. Because like if, say you have a project file that's set to 60 and you render in 30, it'll just skip every other frame.
Okay.
Yeah, we won't improve.
So that wouldn't affect it. That's my instinct anyway. But yeah, if you have the memory on your computer for it, and you should always do your research and figure out if the game itself runs at 60 before you record with it.
Okay. I guess I'll get going now. All I'm gonna say is I really I'd appreciate if you guys could like keep an eye open for the video tomorrow, because this review has given me the most stress out of any shorter 20-minute-ish long video I've made.
Yeah. I know the full backstory to that, but
well, it's not even just
Don't
that
worry.
now. It's the the Sony Vegas troubles.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it doesn't end. But anyway,
It's I know.
I know the feeling.
I know exactly what you're saying, my fine friend.
well,
Oh shit!
good night, guys.
Good night, Nick.
Night.
Good night.
Also, actually, there is one
Right,
thing I want
fellas.
to ask about Spyro. Which of the original 3D is your favorite? Because I hear
Three.
some people say that the first is the best, and then I hear some say it's the worst.
3 is the best,
Um,
in my opinion.
I think all of them are really good games. My personal vote goes to 3 as the best one.
They're all at least an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Alright.
Even though Spyro 2 is not my personal favorite of the bunch, I still really enjoyed
Yeah.
it.
Well, later.
Have a good night. What the hell was that?
Yep.
Sorry.
That's an Ethan squeak.
That was the Ethan squeak.
Is that like his signature for when he's leaving?
That's my signature for when I'm leaving.
Let's see. Let's see.
Oh, that's right. That Sound of Sonic concert is happening at Comic-Con right now. Holy shit.
And they're gonna have Infinite's theme there.
Are
It's gonna
they
be great.
going to?
Hello, Sonic, my old friend.
I've come to hate on you again.
What is this? Ego Raptors theme?
Funny because it's true.
I'll be here all week.
With my clarinet.
Let's get this over so I can go home and play my clarinet.
Wait, wasn't there? Is there something from Sonic, like called the Darkness or whatever?
The Darkness?
I don't know.
No.
I know that was a thing. I know that was a
Not to
thing
my
from Kingdom
recollection.
Hearts, but
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's not in Sonic. It is in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I love how the Darkness in Kingdom Hearts is essentially they're a find and replace for the word hell.
Yeah.
I remember the final boss of the first Kingdom Hearts, like, go to darkness, go to darkness.
Go to hell.
Yeah, he's voiced by you know the douchebag fiance from Titanic? He voiced Ansem in the first Kingdom Hearts game.
Really?
Well, can't say
Yeah.
it doesn't fit.
Can't say I knew that information.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued.
Oh, but
especially by
Exo,
such a
you have to
little
call
dragon.
him Ansem,
What
Seeker
I
of
mean
Darkness,
is,
so
I
that you don't
always
get
believed in you,
confused with
Spyro.
the other
I
Ansem.
Shut up. And the Kingdom Hearts canon is a big pile of shit.
It is.
Like that, I can't put it any other way. It's just
It-
terrible.
yeah.
It's the most convoluted.
They just make it up as they go
the
along.
most convoluted, inconsistent claptrap ever.
What?
And I
Exo?
only played
no.
2 games.
They did not just make it up as they go along. You're wrong.
So what you're saying is that Nomura had a Kingdom Hearts cinematic universe planned out from the
That is
beginning.
absolutely true. No question about it.
So he knew that Ansem was secretly the heartless half of a Terranort hybrid from when an old man possessed a much younger one after being defeated at his hands and became a separate entity altogether. And then they got separated into a heartless and a nobody. It's so fucking dumb!
Also, there's now time travel being thrown into the mix too.
Oh god, and now we have young Xehanort in there too, because why not?
And the
Why not? Let's
freaking
just make as many Xehanorts as
Dream
possible.
Drop Distance is literally the most plot hole ridden game I've ever played in my life.
Yeah, it's the whole game seems to be just an excuse to bring Master Xehanort back. Isn't that
Yeah.
pretty much what it is?
Basically.
I haven't even played it, but I read like a plot synopsis on like Kingdom Hearts Keybladepedia or whatever it's called.
The time travel makes absolutely
No, it's called the
zero sense.
Keyhole. It's called the Keyhole. My mistake. Yeah. Titanic 2 is the worst sequel to the first movie. There was an official Titanic 2 to the James Cameron version. How do you make a Titanic 2?
It's like, guys,
There's only one
it's
Titanic.
just like an hour long. Like, guys, we're still here.
Guys, we're still drowning. Oh.
I'm burning.
I'm still in the water.
They take the poo-poo and they put it in their mouths.
Yes, they all do. All of them. Every single one.
So you guys still can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we
You
can
were
still
cutting
hear
out a
you.
little bit earlier there, but I couldn't tell if that was my crappy internet or not.
Well, my connection has been just like
Yeah.
20 seconds or so, just been like going back from red to green,
Alright,
red to green.
pro tip. In order to unlock Gnasty's level, you do have to take the exit. It's like the first world in the first boss. So you can't just grab all the treasure and leave. You do have to actually... Well... I missed 10 gems.
Well, shit, fucks.
Back in we go! I thought I was done.
Dip. And you.
Oh, we might as well play some more music while we're doing that.
Or playlist.
Nah, we're not doing that. Let's see.
Sorry, what now?
Let's listen to more Shadow the Hedgehog music because it's
Because
the
that
most
game
weird
actually has
soundtrack
a
ever.
great soundtrack, and I don't know what people are talking about.
Well, I will say this: Super Gamer was nice enough to actually humor me and give it a chance. So He actually listened to the whole thing on my recommendation.
Did he really?
I gave it a shot, and it wasn't my cup of tea. And I can respect that.
Huh. I didn't think he would have the time to.
So just going back to the chat, it's like Titanic 2 is the worst sequel.
Yeah. That's what we were talking about. How do you make a Titanic 2?
No, but like, it says the worst sequel. So it's like that implies there's more sequels.
The worst sequel.
No, I think out of all the sequels to any movie ever, it's the worst one.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you meant. Stuff there.
I think Spyro 2 is the worst sequel because it's like everyone dies.
No, it's not.
No, guys.
Everyone dies.
I do think there was some.
No. The worst sequel is Sly 2.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Or
Someone. Or some. Where?
You just
Jay,
triggered. You
Jay,
just made Jay really angry.
Jay just shuddered in his sleep.
It's very much obvious.
Yeah, he doesn't even know you said it, but he's shuddering. So, somewhere in this world, Jay just got a chill down his spine.
Yeah, someone. It's kind of like how one time one of my coworkers said that she's a really big fan of Dual Destinies, and I think
What's that?
I tweeted this out, and I said I think Gavin's soul just shrunk a little bit. By the way, you missed a container with the gems in it.
Where?
Back towards the beginning. It's one of those ones you have to push the barrels into to blow it up.
Oh, that was probably the one I missed then.
Yeah. And I was looking at that.
Oh my god, how did I miss that?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
I was looking at that like, oh.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, shit.
Sutwill 2? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
Kingdom Hearts. I like Kingdom Hearts a lot, but I do think the story is so bad. Is bad.
A lot. I like Kingdom
Fun
Hearts.
gameplay, not like there. And the thing is, I wouldn't even say it's bad because there are good things in it. Like the presentation is pretty good.
It's just that it's a clusterfuck.
Well, I say the presentation is good, but half the lip syncing is like just textured on.
Well,
It's more like the plot points.
have you seen the new Toy Story trailer?
Oh,
Mr.
I've not seen any new trailers for Kingdom Hearts 3 recently.
Oh. You might. That shows like full cutscene or kind of full cutscene, and yeah, it's in Japanese, but like there is absolutely. It looks pretty cool. Like it looks like it could be in an actual Toy Story movie.
Yeah, so it's fully lip synced and
Fully
everything.
lip synced, yes. Well, no,
It's about damn time, Square.
there's no English. It's in Japanese, but like,
Yeah.
there's no like awkward mouth movement or animation.
I think it's kind of honestly a thing with just JRPGs in general is that their stories are just 90% of the time completely impenetrable.
In what?
Impenetrable?
JRPGs, I'm talking about.
Alright, so what do you mean by impenetrable?
Just like you can't understand what's going on whatsoever.
I feel like that's more the pattern for recent JRPGs, though.
Oh yeah, I think retro JRPGs are the ones with really straightforward plots.
Yeah.
The old Final Fantasy games.
Ye old.
Like I'd say starting around Final Fantasy VII, just like all the JRPGs ever just started to be like, I don't know what's going on.
I literally studied the story for hours, and I still couldn't understand what the fuck was going on in Chrono Cross.
Right.
Is that game any good, Jeb?
I've
owned it for years.
It's good, but it's not as good as its predecessor, obviously, and yeah, it's really up to the eyes of the beholder. Some people say it's just as good. It's great. They say it's a masterpiece, and I say it's kind of.
Thank you for releasing me.
It's good still, but it doesn't. It somehow creates problems where there were none in the original. If that makes any sense.
It retroactively taints the original in ways.
What's that?
It retroactively taints the originals in some ways.
In terms of story, yes. In terms of gameplay, you just kind of question how some design flaws were made when the original had it down so perfect.
trying to make it bigger and better. And
oh, didn't they go back to like Didn't they go back to like the cool thing about Chrono Trigger is that the battles happened in the overworld. Yep. Didn't they make it so that you go to a battle scene?
Yep,
in Chrono Cross?
Just like how Ryan was saying with Final Fantasy VII, you have to wait for it to pan in and load the environment every time, and the battle theme isn't even really that good. And yeah, it's just kind of... It gets kind of tedious, and it is turn-based. I don't think it's active action like Chrono Trigger was. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
So why?
Battle.
It feels like they might as well have just called it something else then.
Yeah, battles are really tedious. It's pretty different from Chrono Trigger, but it still ties into Chrono Trigger a lot.
Well, don't you play as like Marl and Chrono's kid or something?
No. You play as a completely different, unrelated kid. Marl and Chrono, well, I guess this heads into spoiler territory, but basically, no, you're not even related to Chrono at all. Or Marl.
I could have swore that Surge was their kid.
No, Surge is not their kid. They are not. Chrono is not the father.
As the crowd boos.
Yeah, Surge isn't even related. It's just circumstance that and has to undertake the same bearing that Chrono had.
Mm-hmm.
Why do people call my house phone? Like, why are house phones even relevant anymore?
Ooh, a landline! That Kingdom Hearts 3 Toy Story trailer was so good, and I am hyped for the game.
Yeah, I agree. I actually was pretty sad.
It's hard to be hyped for a game that will never come out.
Yeah, it's coming out 2018.
I just realized why Kingdom Hearts 3 is being delayed so much. Because Disney keeps buying up new intellectual property, and they keep having to add new stuff to the game.
Well, I don't think that's it. I think it's the fact that Nomura has to be involved in everything that Square does now. And so it's like he can't focus on any one thing, so he has to go from Final Fantasy 15 to Final Fantasy 15 Fishing, Final Fantasy 15 Battle strategy game on the phone, to a Final Fantasy 7 remake, and Kingdom Hearts 3 is just kind of chilling in the background. And meanwhile, you got all these terrible spin-offs for Kingdom Hearts that nobody wanted, like Coded. Everybody totally wanted Coded. That was something we totally needed to have. And I think all it really does is, the only story purpose in a meta sense is to say that Master Xehanort might come back.
But don't you want Unchained
I think that's what...
Key?
Well, wasn't that like the phone game where you play as like an avatar?
Yeah. Don't you want that?
Well, here's the issue, is that Kingdom Hearts takes place in a singular universe, unlike, say, Final Fantasy, where it's different characters every game. So as soon as Kingdom Hearts is done, it's done. So I think they're just trying to stretch it to
Well, no, because they said, though, that this is only the beginning of, like, this is only one saga.
Oh.
The Xehanort saga. Once 3 finishes, that's just the end of the first Kingdom Hearts saga, if you will.
And then we can continue more with the Kingdom Hearts cinematic universe. Okay, listen, enemies, you are really...
Yeah, this is probably the most annoying level in the game.
Yeah, they really dogpile you here.
They stopped fucking around and they actually pull out the AKs.
Well, that's a good point. I mean, considering how many they're on that Spyro's killed at this point.
Spyro.
Well, I mean, none of them are really living things, though. They're magical transformations of the gems.
Ah.
Oh yeah, right. And Nomura said that Kingdom Hearts is canon to the Toy Story universe.
Shut up!
No, it's not.
It's so fucking dumb.
That's
Everybody's Supersonic Racing. Well, yeah, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. That's what I say.
Do it.
Sonic R.
Everybody's diabetic racing. Sorry, that was a joke from the Nerd Cubed episode of Sonic R, and he did it like an entire kind of parody of that song, culminating with the line, "Everybody's diabetic racing."
Gotta eat up all those
We're nearly out of time,
Big Macs.
but you're doing fine.
There's no time.
So stay on track
Those walls do that for me.
and don't look back.
There's no button to do that.
Come on, feel the pace.
I feel the pacemaker.
Come
We
on
get too
now,
much
race!
cake.
Everybody supersonic racing. Gotta keep your feet right on the
Unless you're
ground.
Metal
When
Sonic.
you're supersonic racing,
Oh.
there's no time to look around.
If you're liter-
When
if
you're
you're literally
supersonic racing,
You're literally
and to the
supersonic.
point of no return. When you're supersonic racing, come on, let the fire burn.
No, don't let the fire burn. That's morbid.
Everybody, everybody,
Everybody.
everybody.
But if you're supersonic racing as supersonic, your feet aren't on the ground.
Everybody. Everybody. Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody.
Everybody. The Sonic racing, and to the beat right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, no time to look around.
When you're supersonic racing, going to the point of no return. I just noticed I was the only one singing that.
When you're supersonic racing, come on, let the fire burn.
Alright.
Alright, we're on the Gnorc.
It's time to go kick Gnasty Gnorc's butt.
It's time to
This
fight.
is the greatest. It's the greatest final boss of all time.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It
true.
has like 7 different stages. Gnasty Gnorc comes across as a credible threat. You know,
No threat.
that wasn't even
Ugly.
intentional. Wasn't even intentional.
Ugly. That does it.
There he is.
You know, I guess maybe that was what the dragons in the beginning were talking about. Like, yeah, it's like, he is no threat. He really isn't a threat if he goes down in one fucking hit. Fuck, I've seen asthmatic bong users who go down in less hits, more hits than that. Fuck, I fucked that one up.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I fucked it up though.
Well done.
See, that's TGX. That's the TGX motto. Always fuck up the punchline. It's my fault for having a stutter.
Alright, good.
What name is not in use? 321 asks, when's that new that Super Mario 64 RWAR?
Don't make me Ganon ban you from the channel, son. I know it's a joke, but come on. I probably prolonged the joke by acknowledging it, you know. So I guess this is my own grave I've dug.
Yeah. I think the best non-jokes are the ones that just kind of dwell too long and are just like acknowledging how bad the jokes are by focusing on it too much.
You mean like actual 3D avatars?
Yeah. Well, that was a joke simply by virtue of how badly it was.
Yeah.
It's not a non-joke, it's a joke, but it wasn't intended to be a joke.
Look at him run away like a little bitch.
Oh shit! A 3-foot dragon is chasing after me! I'm not even sure if he would be 3 feet.
What if Spyro is like actually like 6 feet since he's a baby dragon? And like dragons are actually big.
I mean, he's not a baby dragon. Baby dragons you see in the 3rd game.
He's like a pre-teen dragon.
He's a young dragon though.
Probably like the equivalent of like a 12-year-old.
Spyro.
And it's only because he was so small that he was able to avoid Gnasty's spell.
Yeah, that really is just his entire character arc in the entire trilogy is that he's small and therefore he fits the bill. And he just gets roped into these things that he probably doesn't want to do.
Which is good, because small people need someone to look up to, too.
Cool.
One of the reasons I appreciated these games when I was younger. Well, one of the many reasons. Hey, I'm small. He's small.
I'm 130 pounds.
I'm 30 or 40 years old, and I will not stand for this. Which one is it? Is you 30 or 40? I don't know! Do you understand me?
He just...
That's an
He
awkward
was so
team.
nervous he shat out a gem.
You know, I never realized that that's what that was supposed to be, but... Alright, come here, Gnasty.
Gnasty.
Oh, Gnasty Gnorc.
Now what about this Gnasty Gnorc character?
I don't get it.
I heard he has a spell that can turn gems into warriors for his
Sorry I took so long.
cause.
I kind of forgot about you.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Gnasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Alright, we're gonna skip this, I hope. Or not. You gotta sit through the whole thing. Oh, let's take a peek at the chat. People, post your comments.
Post your comments, give us something
When's
to
that
talk
Mario 64 ROR?
about 2 months ago.
Yeah. Exo is part of Geek Squad, confirmed. Seriously, instead of using bears. Everyone loves nipples, the enchilada stages. I'm SA1. I am right now watching Animat watches Bratch the movie. Hello Darkness, my old friend. I know, bro. Yeah. Comment. Oh, well, that's very creative, guys. I still can't get over how good the Framemeister makes this game look. It looks fan-fucking-tastic.
And
You guys can't even see it on the actual TV. That's where it looks really good.
yeah, I wish I could afford a Framemeister, because this thing's like what, $200-300?
Fuck you, Jeb.
Hey, I love you.
I see what you're doing. It's not gonna work.
What you doing?
Yeah, but it when the money is right, TGX. Like, because I just from glances of your game room, I could tell you own a lot of genuine cards and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as you can, I would recommend investing in RGB SCART.
Yeah.
Because this looks better than the PSN versions of these games.
Like,
Because you're getting a 4x integer scale instead of a 3x plus interpolation. If that makes any sense. Ugh.
Gazebo.
Persona.
Also, that's a big word.
Let's see, do you like the Persona games like 5? I have not played any Persona games.
I've heard Persona 4 was like the last good game on the PS2.
I want to get GameCube RGB cables, but
No.
can't.
No.
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 Here's
Backwards compatible Wii and a
I need to buy a Wii.
Why don't you own one,
Because
Jeb?
my old Wii died, because I've had my Wii since launch date, and it died. It eventually got to a point where it can't read discs, so and we even turned it in once to get repaired, and it just fucking died.
Alright, here we are.
Well, does it still turn on? Because you could probably get your save data out.
Oh, I've already gotten my save data out and onto my Wii U.
Alright, we're back.
Do I like the Dreamcast? What do you play on it besides Sonic Adventure? That's my question. Because I would certainly like to play more Dreamcast games.
You can play Rayman 2.
until you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom.
Hey,
Come
Exo,
back
you should
when
do
you
an
have reached
ROR on Raymond
100%.
too.
I have here my full.
Oh, and review all 20 versions of that game.
Here I have my full collection of Dreamcast games: Trick Style by Acclaim, Sonic Adventure, Tomb Raider: The Last Revelation,
Power Stone. Isn't that a fighting game?
and
Because I don't really care about fighting games.
Jet Grind Radio.
I don't even like Smash.
Jet Grind Radio, and finally Fighting Force 2. That is my entire Dreamcast collection.
You don't have Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah, because I don't have the fucking $100 to spend on it. I'm gonna.
Is it really that much?
It is expensive to get on DC.
You're shitting.
And that's not even the best way to play it.
Yeah, I have.
Well, I mean, I guess some of the A ranks are easier, but that's really the only reason to go back to it.
Play SA2 Battle. It's the best game I've ever played aside from Smash Bros.
Yeah, just get the PC version.
Yeah, or do that.
You'll be up-res to full HD, and you'll get 60 frames per second.
Yeah, I do have Sonic Adventure 2, but that's on GameCube. Bachelor?
Yeah, I mean that's a fine version to pick. Let's see.
Sure, there are probably better versions.
But basically,
You could play Seaman.
any version
Yakuza.
of SA2 is great to pick because SA2 is a great game.
Alright, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves in this plot of fancy.
Yeah, it's.
I like the game a lot, but I'm not gonna go that far, Jebby boy.
Shenmue, I've also heard is really good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I thought that got an HD port recently.
Yeah.
That's the problem with Dreamcast. Is like all the really good games on it have been ported to other systems that are more available.
Kind of like what the Wii was gonna.
Like Space Channel 5, like got ported to PlayStation 2. Shenmue 2 never got a North American Dreamcast release, and it was instead released on Xbox. You know, stuff, and then the adventure games have been ported to hell and back. Crazy Taxi has been ported to hell and back. You know, and the only stuff that's left is stuff that you probably wouldn't want to play anyway, like Seaman.
No one respects the adventure games as much as I do. Or more than I do,
Shenmue is what I was thinking of. Yeah, that is pretty. That fucker was pretty fast, and I couldn't. Let's see, that door over there is where I need to go next.
There we go.
This level has a gimmick where every time you get to a higher platform, that unlocks a new level that you can fly up to.
I think it's pretty clever.
Yeah. Rather like this final level. I really don't think 100%ing this game is all that hard. Like, I did it in an afternoon, pretty much.
I did it right just now.
Like, literally, that just now!
That sounded like stoned Santa Claus.
That was me trying to do my best Bubs, but it was terrible.
Well, thanks, Mohammed.
Not an impressions person.
Let me hear your best impression of anything.
I used to be able to do a good Schwarzenegger.
Ooh. Everybody loves that.
The chopper.
No.
You will hear the lamentations of the gears.
Down now.
Put that cookie down. Now come back, you little shit. Give me the fucking
Pretty
key.
easy one, I think, is Emperor Palpatine. Remove.
Take your Jedi weapon.
Remove.
Strike me down.
Remove
in your transition to the dark side.
I got a little contest here, guys. Who can do the best Black Doom impression?
Oh god.
I tried to say that, I couldn't finish the thing.
Who can also destroy her vocal cords the fastest while doing it?
Well, I've
Yeah,
completely destroyed my vocal cords before trying to sing along to Lamb of God.
Oh.
They tried to destroy you, and they did.
I thought that was Mephiles that said that.
No.
No
It
6.
was Black Doom.
Mephiles says they feared you or something and they captured you, something like that. It's Black Doom. Oh. He traded away all this for Black Doom?
Hey. So Jay's trying to call me, we should add him to the call.
Put that cookie down! Alright, I'll add him then.
Because I want to stay here until the very end. I'm staying till the bitter end.
Well.
No, it's not too much longer for now.
I thought Exo went offline already.
No.
What do you mean?
Still going strong.
I remember it was like a half hour ago. I just checked to see if the stream was still going. He told me it was offline, so
Probably
I figured
for,
it was over.
Probably for like the 5 minutes that we were offline to or like not.
No,
even
we never went offline though.
Whoa.
I stopped the recordings, but I never went offline.
Okay. There's one thing I really hate about this level is those little guys in the planes. Those guys are impossible to catch.
Oh, it's the second guy that's impossible. The first one's okay.
Mikey, what would you rather play, this or Sonic Adventure 2?
It's always with the
Don't
same
make
fucking
me choose,
game.
Jeb.
What do you mean, don't make
Don't
me choose? The answer is freaking obvious.
Don't make me choose, Jeff.
Trying to pick your favorite child. That is Spyro. Who is it? Is only PS2 Spirit Home?
That's the disconnect between me and Exio. I don't really like Spyro that much from what I've tried.
Yes.
Oh,
Whoa, square-eyed Gavin.
What? What'd you say?
I said, whoa, square-eyed Gavin.
Oh, okay. I thought for a second he was here.
Yeah, Jay wasn't prepared for that. Are you scared of Gavin all of a sudden, Jay?
No, I'm just not in the mood to talk about how bad my Sonic Battle review was, or how bad my XYZ was.
Your Sonic Battle review is fine. I don't know what he's talking about.
I was severely disappointed by it.
It's a fighting
really say that.
It's a fighting game, so how in depth can you really go?
You just did not give the game enough credit for how mechanically complex it is.
I thought you were giving it too much credit because it sounded like you hated the combat, and then suddenly you were like, "Oh no, I like the combat."
It's fun. It's just the story mode is so fucking repetitive that it's not sure how fun it actually is.
Yeah.
It's basically it has SA1's problem on crack.
What's your problem with that?
But at least with SA1, it's not like you technically have to finish all the playthroughs to beat the game. Like,
yeah, but
isn't that the same for Sonic Battle though?
I don't know. Do you get end credits and a final boss for Sonic Battle when you beat these storylines?
Well, you get credits. There's that much.
No. Because the thing with Sonic Adventure is that nothing exactly tells you that there is a final story, so I kind of deem it the same way I deem the Chaos Emeralds.
You do have a point there, seeing as in Sonic Battle, every playthrough ends to be continued, and like I said, they're not like all available at once. They're all a continuation from each other. So there's that.
Yeah, this guy is the worst the worst part of this level.
Yeah.
With Adventure and Heroes, I kind of just see the final story as the same thing as like if you got all the Chaos Emeralds in the classic games, you know.
Talk about excuses.
I'm not trying to give excuses. Now that doesn't mean I don't find it flawed that you have to go through all the repetitious gameplay of SA1 to get to the final boss. Like the true final boss, I mean. And that also doesn't mean that I excuse things like Big, but I am saying it.
As much as you want to, but yeah.
I'll be back in a second.
I do not want it. Oh.
As much as you may want to excuse Big, you just
yeah, I
can't
want to
do it.
excuse Big because I absolutely want to sit down and fish for like 2 hours.
10 minutes. That's the thing. That big story is like 10 minutes long. So
If you know how
not
to
that
do
it's like not that
If you skip all the cutscenes and you know about pressing down on the stick.
Yeah.
I wasn't even in defense. I was just saying is that from my experience, it's just like what the fuck is the point? It's on the disc for 5 minutes.
Well, that's a problem with adventure in general. Is that I just feel like the other play styles, aside from Sonic and maybe even Gamma, but that's kind of a stretch. They just don't have as much focus. Unlike SA2, where all 3 gameplay styles have equal focus. Man, this guy, Exo's chasing here. He's not a good.
Yeah, he's really tough catch. I don't know how I managed to catch up with him that time, but I got him. Alright. Probably some trick I did. I don't know.
Was it one of the Dr. Robotnik's diabolical traps?
Oh, you mean glitches?
Sure. Oh. Actually, Exo, I'm really tired. I hope there's gonna be session 2 of this live stream playthrough.
Actually.
Well, we're pretty much done at this point. This is the last level.
Weren't you saying we were gonna play something after this?
Yeah, we're gonna play some Glover.
Glover, yeah.
This is a bonus. You guys can see how great it is.
Are you going to review that?
Eventually, probably. I just wanted to own it. And I think that's it. That's 120%, my dudes.
It is
complete with...
But I just got 240% in Arkham Knight, so
I like how TGX is like, I'm gonna stay with this till the bitter end. Then he left right before the bitter end.
What a punk.
Nah, Exo, if you just dance around for a bit, maybe he'll come back before you're actually done.
And for the actual 3D ending.
See, here's how you summon TGX. Slide 3 is good. There you go. He'll show up, no problem.
So Jay, just I wanna know something. What in between when you left the stream earlier and now, did you feel like a cold chill go down your spine at any point?
I have no idea where we're going with this.
Just to answer the question.
Nope.
Okay. Well, at one point, I think at one point TGX said jokingly that Sly 2 was the worst sequel.
Oh, no
and
wonder.
Then,
I did feel a little something.
And then we and then I said jokingly that somewhere in the world Jay just got a chill down his spine. Yeah. But you said that you didn't feel anything, so nothing happened.
I'm just ignoring the true feelings here.
Oh, that explains why sometimes at work I get like this really weak feeling in my knees. It's probably all those times in the chat that Retropolis is bashing Adventure 2.
By the way, I'm back without messing.
Okay.
Hello, folks. I am Michael.
You missed the ending.
Retropolis Zone YouTube channel.
Yeah, you missed the bitter end. TGX.
Bitter end.
Guys, I'm gonna stick with the stream till the bitter end.
Okay, he's not game duty, he's TGX.
Collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the Dragon World, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my Dragon days butting heads with Gnasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
Never mind. You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Gnasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent. Uh-oh. Here we go again!
Was there any?
Yeah.
Was there ever any incentive to do a new game plus?
Is there a new game plus in this game?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't think so.
Because I know there's New Game Plus in the other 2 games.
There is?
There is.
The plot thickens.
Well, in Ripto's Rage, New Game Plus is basically you get Fire Breath or Super Breath for Eternity.
Yeah, which is... No, I guess the only... I don't really feel like that would make much of a difference is the only thing.
See, but it's your job as an analytical YouTuber to bring it up anyway.
Because...
Like, there's nothing in the game that tells you that that's a thing you can do.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Hey, it's Mark Cerny, my boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab Glover real quick. I'll be back.
Mark Cerny, the guy who looks like a messed up... Sorry,
Hey, Jack, stop bullying him.
The guy with the really interesting voice.
No, Mark Cerny looks like a messed up, and that's not me saying messed up, it's like as in addicted to meth. Bruce Dickinson.
Yeah. Excuses. Yeah. Jeb, are you fucking kidding me? Can you make an SA2 reference out of anything?
That was not an SA2 reference. That was...
I heard Live and Learn in that just now.
Yeah, if it was an SA2 reference, it would sound like this. Yeah.
Oh, you even know that much. That just proves you how much of a fanboy you are. It's like how I could make my last Jay's Let's Plays cancellation video a Sly Cooper reference, and I did.
And don't you forget it.
Shut up.
Is that actually the reference?
No. The reference was, it was a bittersweet moment. The end of the road always is. I wrote that. That was in Sly 3.
If only it was the ending, because then I would feel a lot more better disposed towards that game.
Frank says, Jay, stop being such a big bully.
Alright, Frank, take your under 500 subs and shut up.
I like how with every single time you do a Gavin impression, he becomes more and more of a pansy.
It's like every time, it's like the evolution. Well, I mean, because like, I don't think anybody has been given such offhanded comments from Gavin other than Frank. He was like, I remember when I passed the sub count, he was like, I'm in last place! I was like, well, what about Frank? He's like, that doesn't count. I was like, wow.
Guys.
Wrecked. Roasted.
Guys,
Jay, stop being...
Place. I have a whole 98 subscribers.
That doesn't count. He doesn't make videos.
Yeah. I made 3 videos. 4.
Hello, everyone. It is I, the Black-Hooded Gamer.
Yeah, Exo, so now that I've made 30 minutes worth of content, can you do a good impression of me?
Oh god.
Not straight, I don't know.
Hello guys, it's me, the Black-Hooded Gamers.
I like Sonic, but not classic Sonic.
I wanted to make this video real quick because I wanted to talk about classic Sonic. No, sorry, Sonic.
Takashi is
the thing I really hate about the combat in Mass Effect. I don't know. That's the best I can do. All right, so fellas, that was our little playthrough here of Spyro the Dragon. Thank you all for watching. We're gonna cut this off and we'll come back with Glover real quick. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna stop the stream for that. I'll just do another record. I don't know. Maybe just as a reward to you guys for showing up, you get to watch me play some Glover. So yeah, we'll be right back with some Glover in just a moment.
Bye.